Joe Zikas from YoChicago. I'm in Arlington Heights this morning. I'm in the office of Frank DeNovi, who's with Coldwell Banker, and Frank is an REO specialist. 2 weeks ago, Frank, we went out and looked at two properties that are in your inventory that would have been priced at well over $1 million
Yes.
A while back that we're selling in the 700s. These are properties that people typically haven't seen in foreclosure before now.
Yes, we're seeing daily, we're seeing more and more of this, of the higher end properties coming into our inventories. Properties that are $2 million, $1 million and a half. There's no borders on these properties anymore. It seems to be affecting just about everyone. Because of that, we're seeing a lot of these properties being rehabbed extensively and being brought up to more of a saleable condition, because so many of these properties, when they are left and we do our inspections, they've been totally trashed. Because of the value of the higher end properties and the loss that the bank is incurring on these higher end properties, it is advantageous for them to take and rehab these properties so that they can get as much money for these properties as that they can.
Now we're in an area where we've completely departed from what a typical real estate agent does.
Yes.
Because a whole set of skills and staff is required to play in this game, from what I can see.
Yes, it is. It no longer is sticking a sign in the ground and advertising it in the MLS.
Well, but the broker also adds a lockbox. They don't just...
Yes, we put a lot, yes. But what we're seeing is now we're actually taking some of these properties and we're staging them. We're actually, we're considering putting furniture in some of these properties, staging them and making them more attractive, the higher end properties. It's a little bit smaller market. It's quite a bit of a smaller market, so the number of people that would be purchasing these properties is limited. So we want this to, we have to wear two hats in this particular case. We have to be able to advertise these properties, and we have to be able to market these properties in a traditional way. And yet, on the backside, we are doing complete gut rehabs on some of these properties. We're maintaining the utilities in these properties, whereas a traditional real estate agent, the owners would be maintaining the property. We are basically doing the lawn cuts weekly. We're doing the gardening in the property, because the flower beds, we have the air conditioning on in the property. We may have staged that property. We're doing full color ads on this property. We're marketing it completely different than we would the traditional REO properties.
Do the lenders and the asset managers that you work with understand the need for a different type of real estate agent?
To handle the higher end properties, absolutely. It's a totally different type of marketing strategy. It's a totally different customer. And they are very aware of this. And as a matter of fact, with many of my companies now that I work with, we're actually interviewed as to what how we market our properties, our higher end properties. And this is critical in disposing of these properties. I mean, just the advertising alone that we do is substantial. We may get properties in that are multi-million dollar properties, and that particular customer that is going to purchase this property views these properties a little bit differently. They're shown these properties differently, and we have to be able to market them on a whole different level than the traditional REO agent that is selling properties in whether it's the inner city or rundown properties. These are properties that are there's a lot more money involved with them, and the seller has to get some type of return on this property to make up for what the loss has been. It's a much greater loss.